What up? It's been a long time, man, but I am back. This is your boy Dick Incredible, and this is my discussion slash review for Elsbeth episode 1. And I gotta say, a little unconventional, but I'm thoroughly intrigued. Let's talk about it.
Headed out for change, I just started on my quest. Yeah, the world will know my name, I'm excited, I'm obsessed. No one in my way but myself and a test. Yeah, I will be the best, yeah, I will be the best. Life is just a game, I'll be playing till I rest. I'll be there to claim my own spot among the best.
This was a pretty good show in my opinion. I love a show that's going to give you that kind of spin a little bit when you're actually watching it. It kind of breaks the unconventional mode or method and gives you something just a little bit different. Now, I watch a lot of procedural dramas and cop shows and stuff like that, just to name a few, Blue Blood, SWAT, which those two just happen to be ending, which sucks. But I watch a bunch of others. I watch all the Chicago stuff. I watch a lot of stuff. NCIS, hey, a lot of cop shows. But I'm going to read this brief synopsis for Elsbeth, and then we'll talk about the episode entirely. Elsbeth Tascioni, an astute but unconventional attorney, utilizes her singular point of view to corner brilliant criminals alongside the NYPD. Now, with that synopsis, that's pretty much everything in episode 1 kind of wrapped up, but as the episode progresses, we kind of learn more as we go along, which is typical in any show, but especially about Elsbeth's character and why she's actually in New York. Now, if you're not familiar, Elsbeth actually comes from The Good Fight. That's where I actually first saw her, and I was like, it's nice that she kind of got her own show because I loved her in The Good Fight. She was an unconventional lawyer, so her being an unconventional lawyer that's not a lawyer at this point, but also is a lawyer that works for the DOJ, like, it's a whole spin. But like I said, unconventional, but I'm there for it. Now, this episode, we see her arriving in New York on the bus, taking a tour by herself. Which was hilarious, man. And the dude was like, do I really have to do it's like 28 degrees. No. I want the whole experience. She's got the little Statue of Liberty crown on. Like, it was funny. But we also see the episode kind of progress a little bit more, where we find out everything that happened in the beginning of the episode with Stephen Moyer's character, killing one of his students. Now, I do love the fact that we get to see Stephen Moyer a little bit. I haven't seen him since True Blood. That's the last time I saw him. So it was nice to see him in something else and have him in a pretty significant role, even if it was just for one episode. It was a significant role, although, he was a criminal. But I love the fact that how he planned everything out, but it took someone like Elsbeth coming in to kind of disrupt his whole plan and his whole method that he thought was perfection. And I really enjoyed that, man. Like I said, with the synopsis saying it was unconventional, I have no problem with that because I feel like that adds a little bit more to the story, and you're not going to have your typical cop drama or a consultant coming in and disrupting everything and then, oh, well, look at this, and we solved this case this week. No, it's not going to be that. But we also learned that, with her unique perspective and point of view, we get to see her solving the case and her noticing a lot of different things that some of the other cops didn't quite notice while solving this case, like with the diaphragm and the old Irish deodorant. So, like, she saw a lot of stuff, and from point A, or from the very beginning of the episode, she was zoomed in on Stephen Moyer's character from the jump. Like, she knew it was him. And to be fair, I don't want to be that guy, but any teacher that's willing to sleep with a student, let's be 100%, they're going to do everything in their power to cover that up. So they would definitely be my first choice. And as the episode progressed, we see her constantly berating this dude, in her own unique way, which made it fun and enjoyable. But he also tried to play a little smooth with it, man. He was trying to feed into her a little bit, but he always thought he was a step ahead. And even though he was in certain circumstances with Elsbeth, she still came out on top because her perspective is unique. And I like the fact that we see her constantly solving the case. And I love that although it's her show and everything, most times in shows like this, it kind of breaks off and does some of the other stuff with some of the other characters. And we had that, but it circled back around and solely focused on Elsbeth. And I'm not mad at that. That's what we need. And she's the reason why we came to this show, because we love her quirky attitude. For all those that came from The Good Fight, we know what she's about. So seeing her in this kind of situation was fun, but that's not the entirety of it. See, she's working with the DOJ right now, and in this moment, she's not an actual attorney. You know, she's kind of observing the New York Police Department while they have this whole lawsuit thing going on. So she's kind of like an outside force to keep a check on them, to kind of just weigh the scales and balance them a little bit. But at the ending of the episode, after the whole case is wrapped up, because we also see that Stephen Moyer tried to frame another student. But after the case is wrapped up, we see that she was sent there for a particular reason. She's there to keep a check on Captain Price because there's this whole corruption scandal going on, but she doesn't feel so up and open about it because, you know, she's trying to change a little bit, but at the same time, because he treated her with respect, he kind of acknowledged her a little bit, she doesn't feel the way that she should about it. But like the dude told her over the phone, you know, now you're doing it for the right side, because, you know, she felt a little way defending people, but now she's doing it for justice. So now we have to look at the big picture. But she's checking in on Captain Price, which is played by Wendell Pierce. I love Wendell Pierce. He played in The Wire, Jack Ryan, Suits. I love Wendell Pierce, man. I really do. But it's nice to see this whole dynamic, and I'm excited to see where this season is going to go. And hopefully the series does kind of take off. I feel like it's going to be pretty good, especially with a lot of other stuff canceling. I feel like this could pick up some of those spots, especially for CBS, and give us something new to enjoy, because I do love the quirkiness about it. And that first episode, I feel like they gave us that, you know, that case kind of wrapped up kind of fast. It was kind of, everything was moving kind of fast paced a little bit. I feel like to kind of just really get it out there, to kind of let you consume it a little bit. And it was a great introduction to Elsbeth if you haven't met her before from The Good Fight. I enjoyed it. You know, Elsbeth has a patrol officer kind of being her shadow, kind of following her around a little bit, making sure she doesn't really get into too much trouble. But I'm excited to see where it's going to go, especially since we know that she's there for a legitimate reason now, and not just kind of like this whole oversight thing. She's actually there for the DOJ to keep a check on the Captain Price. So maybe he's possibly doing something corrupt, but I don't know. We have to kind of watch it as it unfolds. It's not bad. The rating from IMDb is a 7.8. Now that's pretty decent. It could have been a little bit higher, but like I said, I feel like the case itself was kind of fast paced. Everything was moving a little bit more, and I feel like that might have dwindled down the score a little bit, and people probably really wasn't there for it. But I think we'll see it kind of uptake a little bit more now that we know that she's there for a legitimate reason. It's not going to be like consulting on cases entirely. You know, she's there to keep a check on the captain. So I feel like that's definitely going to draw in a little bit more people. But I enjoyed this episode, man. This is pretty incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them and subscribe. Peace out.
Cause I've been working a lot, I think I deserve a shot, I think I deserve a spot. Cause it's been years on this path that I walked, and if I keep going, I pray I'll be at the top.